Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to LOCPOD Season 13, Episode 1. We're the Midwest Most Dangerous podcast, and we're coming to you live from the LOCPOD Powering Indiana Lake County Studios.
It's like we never left.
Amateurs.
Whoa, there's a voice we haven't.
What? Lindsey's here?
Lindsey Cam?
She came back?
She came back.
Against all odds.
Yeah. And brought donuts.
I did.
Thank you, Linz. In fact, I see
First
my
time
favorite.
in
Actually, in fact, those donuts are for Vesmar and not you two.
Oh, wow, John. I guess she
his
thinks you want a
birthday,
dozen
so-
donuts.
She says this as she's got powdered sugar on her face.
I do not. I cleaned it off because I'm a classy
She's like,
lady.
I have not had a
I love
donut yet,
that.
for the record. Happy birthday, John Vesmar.
Thank you. Vez.
Thank you.
What a way to bring it in.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be.
Than here on
Starting off-
LOCPOD in the morning.
Getting up an hour earlier than normal.
Unbelievable.
Lucky number 13.
John's like, happy birthday to me. Let me get into LOCPOD for my free job.
Set my alarm for
My free
4:45
job.
a.m.
Not just your free job. I pay to be here.
That's right.
Pay to be here.
But the donuts really
Oh,
help. Thank
way
you,
to go,
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
The donuts lessen the sting of
Yeah.
the
Lindsay, I-
thousands of dollars that leave my pocket every year to be on this show.
I like the fact that you got my favorite maple frosted donut in
Did
there.
you really?
Just for you.
By the
buddy.
way,
Thank you, Linz.
there's no freaking pink donut. What's up?
Do you like that one?
That's,
That's his-
generally known to
that's
be
his
my
fave,
favorite.
man.
The pink.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Generally, it's commonly
see it
known
in
across
there.
the region.
Lindsay.
You know, as a professional,
Conspicuously
you know,
missing-
I've got
conspicuously
a lot of
missing.
things in my brain that I need to think of at all
Except
times.
for your dad's favorite donut.
Unfortunately, your favorite donut is not at the highest level of priority right now. So.
She's got pink frosting on her face, too.
I walked into
Oh, no, that would be
Munster
something.
Donut and I asked the manager on duty and I said, "Give me a dozen and you could pick your favorite."
That's your second.
You didn't
that's the
say,
second
what's
time you
Mayor
stepped in it.
Tom's favorite? They would have
She
said,
said-
oh, the pink.
That's the second time she stepped in it in
noticed
his last day. She doesn't even realize. The first time she posted her husband's picture and she said, he's your favorite, like, favorite human or something like that. I didn't even
He
make
is
the
my
running
favorite
there.
human.
And then she skips the pink donut. What the fuck is going on here?
Father's Day's coming.
Well, Dad
Yeah,
is
it's like
slowly
Father's Day
having
is
a-
long gone.
Dad's having a bit of a crisis because his daughter, his only daughter, you know.
Yeah, no.
He's
the
not the
pink
number
donut
one
really
guy
brought it into
anymore.
sharp focus.
But I think that the big announcement is, outside of John's birthday, that Lindsay's back on Tuesdays.
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks, hon. It's good to see you back. She's
I'll
a
be
midnight
showing
shifter.
up. Yeah, I'll be showing up after my 12-hour shifts.
Ooh, we
I
can't wait to
noticed,
hear.
Lindsay, you look wide awake and you're all like dressed professionally. I was like,
Yes.
damn, man, I'm used to you rolling
I'm
in
not
with
dressed.
like.
I'm not dressed any differently than normal.
No,
I'm
you
just
roll
wearing a
in like
flannel
sometimes you roll in and you got like
and my pajamas.
You
yes.
got the look. I just woke up look going,
Correct.
and today you do not have that look. I noticed that.
No, I have to keep my sleep schedule to fit my work schedule, or I will lose my mind.
So this is,
So
so you stayed up all night?
I was up all night.
Whoa.
Do midnight workers typically do that? They just go nocturnal.
I mean, I had a couple of days off, and it kind of switched back, like naturally. But yeah, if I
Dude.
only have a couple days in between, I try to keep it as strictly as
I think
possible.
that's smart.
So if I got shit like in the middle of the night, like I need lawn mowed or some shit like that, I could
I'm
just
not
call
going to
you
mow
up.
your lawn. There are regulations in the city, I think. that
Just like,
prevent
hey,
you from
Lindsay,
doing
7
that.
a.m.
Sit- you got nothing going. Could you like knock out a couple errands for
There's
me?
a couple
Myers
things
is
that-
open
yeah,
all
that's
night.
right.
Everything
There's
is closed.
Every 24-hour place, you're like, go grocery
Dude,
shopping.
yeah.
I need this. I
You
need
can give me.
this.
I need a new tire
No.
and
This
eggs.
is great. We could all do this.
Yeah, there's not much to do in the middle of the night.
That is awesome.
I just find
so
myself
you agree
cleaning
that
a lot.
you could be like our errand person?
No,
That'd be wonderful.
I have my own life.
Yeah. So anyway,
do my
Baz,
thing.
happy birthday. We
Thank
just,
you.
like-
And thank you, chat, for the happy birthdays.
Yeah.
and thank you,
Appreciate it.
Lindsay, for bringing Vesmar's favorite donuts.
You're welcome.
I mean, without like even thought whatsoever to one
Well,
little donut from
it
you.
was for Vesmar, not you, Dad. So
I know, but like it's 1 out of 12. That's it. Like 1 out of 12. That's all I'm asking. Like
You
one
didn't
little
ask for
pink-
much.
Right,
No.
1 out of 12. It's not even, not even 10%.
She probably went out of her way. She probably did put a pink one in the box. She's like, no,
take that out.
Take
But
that out.
take
Yeah.
this
put it back,
no, no,
girl.
no.
friggin' sugar one in there. Who eats sugar?
More powdered sugar.
You know what? When
For
you
my
tell them
face.
throw in the regular donuts, they
There's a
give you the
chocolate
shitty ones,
frosted in
dude.
there. Just
That's
go for the
everybody
chocolate
knows that.
frosted.
These are the ones that were made 2 days ago, and nobody ate them, and they throw them in our box because you're like, yeah, just give me your shit.
These are the
man.
best ones, though. Munster donuts. They're the best.
Yeah,
I
even a
love
bad
Munster
Munster
donut.
donut is still a good
That
donut.
Munster
Agreed.
donut rocks. They do have quality control standards, so it was probably made yesterday, not 2 days ago.
Or even
Probably
this morning, I
this
think. I think
morning.
they make them over.
I
I think they
think-
make them while Lindsay's up all night.
You know who
Yeah.
used to work at Munster Donut? My
No.
future daughter-in-law.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eileen.
Wow.
Her whole
No.
childhood. Yeah.
Wow.
Eileen worked
She
there.
worked there all throughout high school. I think.
Yep.
That is a classic.
Coming up, by the way, Saturday, big day in my family.
Mm-hmm.
Chasers tying the knot.
Yep.
We got
Taking
family.
a dive.
Tommy's next.
We got family flying in. Yeah, we got
It's
family.
gonna be a busy week for you, and it's a short week.
Yeah,
It's already Tuesday, brother.
I know.
Is Senior going to be there?
Yeah,
Oh,
Senior will
man.
be there.
I miss Senior.
Grandma is
Yeah.
going to be there.
Haven't
Everybody will be
Grandma
there.
Sue,
We got
Oh.
family
Aunt
from
Tina.
California.
Grandma
flying in.
Sue, by the way, who is a LOCPOD,
Yeah, I wonder if she's watching
very
right now.
dedicated LOCPODer.
That's party grandma.
Yeah, she's coming in. The whole family. And then Popcorn is Popcorn Fest in Valpo. We're doing the wedding same time as Popcorn
Perfect.
Fest.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's-
I'm sure it's gonna be
That's
wonderful.
going to be nuts.
Yeah,
Parking should be easy.
right.
Well, that's
Right.
Dad's job. He'll drop everybody off at the front.
Probably.
He does. That's his move.
That is my move. I'm good for a couple things: taking out the garbage, driving people to and from the airport, and dropping you off at the door, and then I'll
And then
I'll
fighting
park
parking on his own.
Yeah, those
Taking
are my
a
moves.
cruise.
Those are my moves. Other than that, I'm pretty useless.
That's it.
Yeah.
Eating pink donuts
Yeah, trying
When
to.
when they arrive.
I was thinking maybe JD Vance, we can get like a couch flavored donut.
Ew.
Well, you'd start with
Filled
a Long
with-
John. A
filled
Long
with
John's
white
kind
cream.
of like a couch.
Yeah,
Ew.
Long John. You could
God.
easily make a Long John into a couch.
That
Yeah,
was
I
a hell
agree
of a
with that.
pivot.
And then you
topic
fill
of
it with
conversation.
cream. I was just thinking how
Oh.
JD Vance loves couches, and it would sell a million donuts. You would sell. This is the JD Vance special. Come on, Monster Donut, take
Ew.
it. Right?
What
That
is
would go
couch
viral.
flavored?
It would go
It would
viral.
go viral.
It would be easy
If
convert a
Munster
Long
Donut
John.
said we have a JD Vance couch donut.
You put like a good cream too. It doesn't have to be like the flat.
I think they use good cream there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, do the Boston.
Boston. I was
cream.
just going to say,
Boston
John,
cream.
the Boston
I would
cream
eat the
would be
hell
the
out
way
of
to
that.
go.
Yeah. Even though
Easy.
it's JD Vance.
Easy.
Even though it's a JD Vance couch donut, I would eat it.
All
I
right.
think we have we're going to talk about that a little later.
Yes.
that?
We'll get
The
into
JD Vance couch thing.
Oh, yeah.
He does like those couches. Man,
So,
I tell you.
Tell us a little bit about season 13. I mean, this is it. We're starting season 13.
Lucky number 13.
Yes, it will be.
If I would have, at the very beginning of this all, when we were talking about, and this was all theoretical still, if I would have said, we're going to be doing this 13 seasons from now, would you
Not
guys have
13
signed up?
years, just 13 seasons.
I would have bowed out early.
Would you? I would have had nobody.
I'd
I would
been
have
like, no,
this
man.
would have been
I'm
this-
already in
just
too
me by
deep.
myself.
I mean, like, Tom's going to get bored of this and, like, I don't know, give it 8 months.
Kevin wouldn't even let us use his office had he known that.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be a coin flip.
You have to admit, though, we've upgraded the facilities greatly.
It's wonderful. I think it's comfortable in here. We're starting to finally regulate the air.
It feels good
after
for
about
once.
10 months.
Maybe we should finally unpack in season 13.
I noticed the boxes still in the back yesterday
we
when
should
I walked
unpack.
in.
I
I was
think
like,
we
Behind
should.
Lindsey. Yeah, there's still
What
I
the
mean-
fuck? By the way, how come Steve gets paid for this? Like, what is this, Steve? This is
Look at
clearly
this.
his fucking job. We are the talent.
Dude.
We are the talent, right?
I saw Steve last weekend. He is not in any shape to do anything.
You physically
man.
saw him?
Yeah, I physically saw him.
How's he
man.
doing?
He is.
He had a
he
back
is in
surgery.
rough. No.
Are we allowed
it's
to talk
coming.
about this?
His surgery is coming this week.
Yeah.
And he's got some other weird.
Are we
shit
allowed to
going
talk
on.
about this?
Is this
Wait.
an OSHA thing? Or?
John, he's got some
It's
other
a
weird shit going on. It's not
HIPAA,
even like.
bro.
I was like, poor
HIPAA.
Steve,
HIPAA,
man.
HIPAA.
This is an OSHA thing. I think it's an OSHA
I'm
thing.
not.
I mean-
I don't see anybody climbing ladders here.
It's some kind of federal regulation.
HIPAA.
We're fucking up. We're fucking up something
Probably.
Is
Let
it
me
an
just-
organization or is it a law?
Let me just put it to you this way: Steve's back is not the only thing that he's got problems with right now.
Really?
He's got other issues going on. It's
Penis?
crazy. No, it's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
He's got something going on with his eye. He had to wear. He's wearing
What?
he's wearing like an eye patch.
He's got an eye patch. That's
Yes.
cool as hell, bro.
Dude, you have to go with the pirate look if you're going to do that,
Oh
right?
heck yeah!
I
would totally
feel
go with the
bad
pirate
for
look.
him.
I feel horrible for him,
that
too.
poor guy.
That is.
I mean,
that
he's
is shitty.
suffering.
Stop fucking laughing, John.
That's
It's your
right,
birthday.
John.
I freaking love eye patches, man.
Eye
Well,
patches are
he
cool.
he can rock one now. He's got
Yeah.
something going on.
Really?
So, yeah.
It's
I mean,
not permanent, is it?
He doesn't know. It's just came out of nowhere.
What?
Outta here.
Back
Uh-huh.
issue?
No, his eye issue.
Oh.
Just came out of nowhere. I was talking to his wife. Yeah, it's like crazy. So we got to
Whoa.
keep Steve in our thoughts this week. He's got
Stop laughing.
Yeah,
He's
you
got
can't
a
make fun of him
Thursday
anymore,
surgery.
guys.
Fucking
He's suffering
man.
right
Steve
now.
is
Yeah.
suffering. Honestly,
Yeah.
like I had a back injury that lasted all through break, and I'm finally like turned the corner. Steve's back injury was longer than mine, and he was way more affected than me. Like, and I
Oh,
was,
Is it spinal
it's-
column or is it like a
dude,
bone
Steve,
issue?
you could tell when you look at Steve, he's like standing like off to
He's
the
in pain.
side. He is in total freaking pain. I
Yeah.
feel horrible for him.
So we're hoping
But-
that the back surgery
And
goes.
Steve, I
super
know,
well.
like we were laughing and making fun, but Steve knows we love him and we miss him, and like he is in a lot of pain right now.
Yeah, wishing him well this week. Big week for Steve.
So he's getting operated on.
Thursday.
But when
Damn.
will he be able to come in and unboxing.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
so
hoping
it's
Friday.
probably-
I was thinking Friday, John.
Well, let's give them until next week.
All right, fine, Monday.
Monday. Like, Steve, get this shit done, though. I mean, it's been way too long. Right?
Yeah.
Steve,
Okay.
don't listen to these dinguses.
Okay, so
Anyway.
let's.
Welcome to season 13.
So basically, this show is welcoming us back. 'Cause
Yeah.
when we left, things are a lot different now than when we left. We left right at the fest, and it
Yes.
was like, happy festival, and then every fucking thing changed since we've been gone. Like,
We're
Reality
going
set
to
in.
we're talk all about the what happened in season 12 when we left. Oh,
Yeah.
Lindsey's coming over
Okay.
in a minute in the second segment.
Okay.
After
Second
that. So
segment,
right
we'll talk
now,
about
we
that.
want to know, like,
What did we do?
What did everybody do? What did you do?
I just got back.
What did the locomotive do?
How about this? Well, I told you I was hurt.
Mhm.
So, like I mentioned, I hurt it picking up my dog, but my back did not get better because I was training for the triathlon. I was working the whole summer to do the Chicago Tri, and it eventually became so bad that I had to quit training.
Cashed it in.
I did not do the Tri, which freaking devastated me because I'm in
Probably
the
a
best.
good move, though.
Oh yeah,
You needed rest.
I'm still hurt. You know, I was thinking last night as I was walking around, I forced myself to walk on my treadmill like 5 miles, and I did it mostly pain free. And I was like,
That's awesome.
This is freaking amazing.
that hasn't happened in a while.
Since we got off the air. I haven't been pain free since season 12. So
Those
like,
nagging muscular
Dude.
injuries like that are just.
I hate it, man. Getting old sucks.
I mean, John,
Don't
you had
do
it
it.
back.
Don't do it,
Remember?
guys.
John was in a lot of pain.
Once or twice a year, I usually mess it up, man.
Yeah, John. It seems like I mess up my back at least once a year.
Mhm.
This was the worst though, John. Like, it would not go away.
Oh,
It was, and
lower.
yeah,
Oh,
down the leg,
oh.
fucking brutal, dude. And so thank God I'm finally turning the corner on it. Because ski season's coming up. I don't want to mess up my ski season.
Yeah.
What helped you?
Stretch Lab helped a lot. I went to Stretch Lab in St. John. And
Maybe they should be a sponsor.
dude, they were like, they lay on you and they force you to
Take
stretch
it easy. Don't give it
super
to.
deep.
Don't tell how great they are until they
I'm telling
sponsor
you,
us.
man. I'm
Don't
telling
do
you,
that
man.
yet.
I'm telling you, they saved me, dude.
Wow.
They really did. They freaking stretch you like this stuff you see in NFL on the sidelines.
Wow.
They're doing
Whoa.
that kind of stuff to you. Except for the NFL players, like
Or
ankles.
actually can stretch.
Yeah, their ankles next to their ear. My
Tom's
ankles
like,
at like
"That's it.
45
Hold
degrees.
on."
She's like, I barely lifted it.
You're like, that's good. I'm good.
Oh my god, dude! Like when you leave there though, like you're sore for that day usually, and then the next day you feel it. You're
Wow.
totally loose. It's really nice. So I think I'm gonna keep rolling with Stretch Lab, even though they haven't sponsored. But
They will.
Marissa was gone for 10
almost
10
2
days.
weeks.
You were in charge for 10 days.
Dad was alone in the house for 10 days because Patrick is in college now.
That's
What?
right.
Just you and the dogs.
Me and the
dogs.
dogs.
Dad and the doggos.
Which was crazy. So I was by myself, and I'm like hermit anyway. So I embraced the hermit.
Yeah, the lights are off. Tom's
Dude,
just
I
in
did
there.
not have the lights on at all for like 2 weeks. I was walking
loaf
around
of
in the
white
dark.
bread and some peanut
Yeah,
butter
there
and
was
jelly,
like
man.
stale pizza in the fridge. And then Marissa got back, and I immediately took her to Austin, Texas, so we could watch Notre Dame's home opener.
What
Not
a
home
what a
opener.
nice trip.
Yeah, we went to Austin, and then we saw a Navy buddy of mine, Marty, who's been on the show before, and then we drove 2 hours to College Station and watched Notre
And
Dame.
here you are. Let's see. Look at this photo.
Beat freaking Aggies, but it was awesome.
Thank goodness. What a great
Why do you
win.
keep hitting
Because
the
that's
table?
the kind
It
of
scares me.
That
that's the
was
kind of game that they could
Big time
they would
win.
lose.
Big time W for Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
I was so pumped
SEC
about that.
team on the road,
Mhm.
and we freaking had a great
By the
win
way,
in a hostile environment.
In one of the most renowned hostile environments in the country.
I've never seen anything like it.
Because
It was
remember,
loud.
like they called their crowd the 12th man.
I get it.
yeah.
Wow.
It was
Yeah.
so loud. Like before kickoff, Marissa and I were like, "Oh my god, these
John-
are kids we're talking about that are going out there." You know,
John, show that first video that Tom had. That's the kickoff one. Yeah, this one.
this is amazing. This is right before.
107,000 people.
It's hard to appreciate.
That is awesome. Look at that.
That was right before they started playing. Can you imagine that?
So, explain kind of, because I know a little bit about this just because I've got a friend who lives on there. His kids went there. Explain kind of how they do this all in, like what the...
They have like chants that they do. They don't have cheerleaders.
Well,
It's
Notre
mostly
Dame does that too, yeah.
no, but this is
But this is,
different.
like,
and they
to
don't
a
have
new level.
cheerleaders. They have like yell leaders, and they're guys, and they're like jack dudes, and they put them on the on the video system, and they're doing like sign language. So you see them, and they're like focused right on one of the yell leaders, and they're doing sign language, and they're telling the crowd what yells they're going to do. And then they start yelling it, and the whole crowd, because they're watching the TV monitor, knows what they're going to say. And everybody starts doing these chants, and they were creepy sounding, man.
Like in unison. It's kind of reminds me, John,
everybody
of like
in the whole freaking stadium's doing it. It's like the Third Reich kind of shit.
It's like a European soccer stadium almost. John, did that other video?
Yeah, it's like a European soccer stadium.
But that's, that's Texas and football, right? That's
yeah,
the
exactly.
thing.
Good point, right?
Freaking crazy.
And so they have this like sections where they're just like these like Tom was saying, these yell leaders, and they signal to their people in their section what to do. Go ahead. Right. And look, they all do the same.
Oh my God.
They're doing this like while Notre Dame's trying to call plays and shit, dude. And it's loud. Like you can't hear shit. And like Notre Dame's got to call audibles and they got to hike the ball and stuff. It's like it was a challenge.
How did they know which way to go?
They know.
And it's like synchronized movement too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So like what we were doing is like the quarterback, because this sound right here, that sound breaks through.
That's why you can even hear it on TV.
Right. Yeah. So like that's how they were doing. They were doing it off of delays. They would go, once you hear my hand clap, it'll be like, it'll be 1 second after that, snap the ball. Just stuff like that. And it was working. But we did have probably 5 illegal motion penalties.
So talk about kind of just the overall experience down there, like in College Station.
It was great. It was, we had to get the hell out of there though. So we did beat it out. Which
Not because of the fans.
Just
because of the traffic.
Because I'm like ADD boy and I don't want to get caught.
Dad likes to leave
traffic.
with 5 minutes to spare.
No,
the game
I leave
so he could bow
when
out
the
real
game
quick.
was done.
Secure.
When Notre Dame got the go-ahead touchdown, Marissa and I bolted. There's 107,000 people. We were in College Station, and we had an airplane out of Austin the next morning, so we bolted. That's a picture of us.
Really?
Isn't
That's
that
so
crazy?
funny.
So, like, the only reason I circled us there is Marissa and I felt like we were in the wrong section, man. It was all Texas fans, and there's literally
a couple of greens in there.
Yeah, we were by ourselves, and that was little Marissa standing next to me. I had my Notre Dame green baseball jersey on.
And you had your arms up. Must have been a field goal.
It was obviously the College Station fans were just great. They were sweet and nice. They went out of their way to be nice to you. They
That's
really
great.
did. They were like, I was going to the bathroom and some guy's like, I hope you're enjoying your experience. And I'm sitting there holding my junk. I'm like, yeah, it's great. It's like, I really had to go.
Thanks
He's
for
like,
the
no.
welcome message.
He's like, no, I mean the station, College Station.
Can I
I'm
help
like,
you?
Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about my. Hope you're enjoying.
Let me help you there, young man.
Wasn't like
That's
that.
great. Well, good.
I went to LBJ Library. It was
Ooh.
fun.
And
I'm a
I know
dork.
you're an LBJ fan.
That's a
am.
great picture.
Yeah,
I love that photo.
So-
You've got to make that like your.
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Face, or whatever profile
Yeah.
pic.
Yeah, it was my favorite.
How do they do that? Is that just like
It's a life-size LBJ.
So for those that are just listening, it's a
it's
thing called the Johnson treatment with LBJ leaning over Tom's face, yelling at him.
See, I'm going to start doing that. You get in people's
Ew,
space.
no.
Grill, get in the
Stop.
grill.
No, you like get in there. He would do that on purpose just to make him uncomfortable. And it
I hate
worked.
close talkers though.
Dude, he would get his face like he was going to make out with you. He would just like
No,
get
thank you.
close, and then he'd be talking right in your face like that.
Oof.
You think he just didn't have
Hope he
a
didn't have
sense
bad
of
breath.
boundaries, like personal boundaries?
I think that he's the president, so he's like, I'm the most interesting person in the room.
Gross.
Of course, you want
I
to talk
hate
to
that
me.
attitude.
Well, he's the president.
There you are, right
He's
in
the
front
president.
of the library. That's
So
pretty
like
cool.
this is game day on University of Texas campus, and there was 12 people in the library. I was one of the 12.
Oh wow.
There was 120,000 people partying, and I was one of the dorks in the library.
Outstanding.
But this is right up your alley, man. You love history.
I love history. I love Lyndon Baines Johnson in particular. I've read probably
What's the name of that book? Master of the Senate?
that's one of them. That was a Pulitzer Prize winner. I read that whole series though. He's great. I love him. I don't love him because he was the best president. I love him because he was jacked up. I love reading about jacked up, ambitious people.
Oh, just because he was just so messed, like crazy.
He was an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it like
was.
kind of like a well-known, where like it's a highly discussed theory is that he had something to do with Kennedy's assassination?
I don't think it's a coincidence. It was in Texas. You don't. What?
No.
Wait.
I don't think that's ridiculous.
I do not think Johnson had anything
No.
to do with Kennedy's
Well, no,
assassination.
it's a conspiracy theory that people are like, yeah, that clicks because he was weird. And
Well,
he was
he's ambitious.
Yeah, but
No, I don't think it's been proven. But
What do you think, Tom?
I don't think it's impossible. Why are you laughing at me? You're
I
like,
think that's ridiculous.
okay.
That Lyndon Baines Johnson had something to do with Kennedy's
People
assassination.
associated with
Dude.
Lyndon Baines Johnson in Texas.
I guess yes, I agree.
Texas.
Right.
And doesn't he have like super close ties with CIA when he was?
Well, I mean, he was
As vice
master of the
president,
Senate,
yeah.
but like,
Sure.
I don't think it's ridiculous. I'm not saying it happened, but I don't think it's ridiculous.
But I mean,
people,
you could talk about it.
Lindsey and I didn't talk about this before the show. No. I've heard people talk about that.
Yeah,
So I don't think it's ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah.
you're
It's a little out there.
I'm not saying it's fucking talked about. All right, let's talk about
Anyway, we'll switch
I'm gonna
topics.
shit on what you talk about. Let's go.
All right.
Let's see what do you got going there, Kevin.
I just don't-
Kevin,
I'm
what
ready
did
to
you
poop.
do?
Oh, you went to Florida?
Fucking
You
Florida.
know that
sucks.
Florida
Fuck
has
Florida.
like the highest level.
Next
of
thing you know, it'll be like,
meth.
oh, Sandy Hook didn't happen. I've heard that before.
No, Kevin, a lot of people have talked about Johnson being
Yeah.
a part. Okay.
Well, Tom's a better student of history as far as Johnson goes. So if that's true, then
If
that's
Dad's
just
like,
more than
Yeah,
I've
that's
heard Lindsey and I didn't talk about it before the show.
We didn't. I just
No.
brought that up because I was
And
like,
I was like,
I've not heard that.
I'm not saying that it's the leading theory on why the president was assassinated. I'm
Kevin,
saying people have
I've
talked
heard
about
People
it.
have
Ted
discussed
Cruz's
it.
dad had something to do with that. I heard
Uh-huh.
that.
I've heard that too.
I've heard
Ted
that
Cruz
too.
I was
is a
half
Zodiac
joking
killer.
'cause
I'm
that
not. What are you talking about? I've heard that.
right from Trump.
I've heard that. Right. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
We've heard it.
Kevin,
Doesn't
do
mean
you-
it's true.
Do you
Agreed.
think it is what they say it was?
That's a good. It's a mystery. I'm not gonna sit here and say like I know how Kennedy was assassinated because I don't. But it's a.
If
it's
you
a
had
mystery.
to bet on one right now,
It's like the magic
Grassy
bullet.
what would you
knoll.
say? I think.
Cuban.
Yeah,
I agree.
Cuban.
with
I
That
think
is
it
a
was
leading.
Cuban.
I think
Yeah.
I think it was Cuban.
That
too.
sounds
If
the
I had to
most
bet on one,
reasonable.
I would say.
And then like
Cuba,
that
right.
followed by the mob.
The
maybe,
mob,
Right.
right?
Could have
Yep,
been
the
the mob
mob.
because
But like
because Bobby Kennedy, right?
what about the magic bullet?
Yeah.
Right? Like-
there was more than one, so it could have been CIA.
I would say that there were two bullets personally.
One
but
shooter or more?
If
More.
there were two bullets,
Really?
they came in from different directions. There'd have to be two shooters.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where
All
was
right,
where
we
was
got-
John- where was
Aren't you guys
Johnson?
glad LOCPOD came back because we just solved the Kennedy murder? I mean, just one fucking short conversation, we solved it.
Wow.
All right, Kevin, this is your part of the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't
All
have.
right,
I didn't do
here's
much.
Kevin's
This
submission.
is your part of the show.
I
I'm
was
ready
Google
to shit
stock
on it.
photo
Oh my
of
God!
a
See all the
beach.
seaweed on the beach.
I
What a
know.
joke.
I went to Tampa.
Fucking
in
joke.
the,
Look
it
at
was
that
like
seaweed.
100 and some degrees every day. It was,
Was it?
very hot.
Yeah.
And then we all went to EPCOT, which I hadn't been to as an adult. Really, I
Dude,
hadn't.
that's nice though.
Did
honestly.
you drink around the world?
We did do some drinking around the world.
The
All
whole
boys
family
went down. Yeah,
that's nice.
We all went down.
See, you know what, Linz, like, and John. Now, like with the kids all grown up, when you do get those rare occasions where everybody's together, that's a special moment.
Agree.
So,
And the boy.
as soon as Patrick turns 21, all of the siblings are gonna go out and get hammered.
Oh,
Nice.
that's going to be a fun one. Aiden and Charlie had not been down to see Ethan since he moved to Tampa. So, and Ethan had done a work trip to EPCOT. He said it was a blast, so let's go. So we did that.
Yeah,
so that was
EPCOT
I
is
had
super
not been
cool.
to Disney since the kids were
Yeah.
real little.
yeah.
But-
You know, Tom, I just want to commend you. Like Kevin was talking about his trip. You're like, that's really nice. Really, you mentioned a possible assassination theory on JFK.
Agreed with my daughter.
He's
by the
laughing
way.
at
I
you.
loved the whole
saying
trip,
it's
though.
ridiculous.
Lindsay brings up something I encourage. I'm
we-
like, I've heard that too, Lindsay. And Kevin's like, that's fucking ridiculous.
I would like to say it's really hard to shit on Epcot. Epcot's such a wonderful
EPCOT
place.
is cool. It is a good place to
I
drink
do
too.
like Epcot a lot. It's not like it's not like Disneyland where you got rides and you got to wait an hour and a half for everything. You could go and do other things. There's like
Yeah.
It was
museum
fun.
parts
Yeah,
in
yeah,
each of the
exactly.
countries.
It was
Yeah.
cool.
There's there's just all kinds of things to do that isn't just rides, and the food is great.
Yeah.
and the drinking is great.
We did
Yes,
eat
it
there
is.
at the Mexican place. It
because
was
like
really
each
good.
of the
It was good?
countries has like
Awesome.
themed
Yeah.
restaurants.
Yeah.
So it's
good.
it
Fun
was-
time. I would
like
encourage it as
Epcot.
an adult family to go visit Epcot if you're going to Disney.
Did you do the ride inside the globe here? Did you
No, but we did that. There's
Wasn't
a
that
crazy
the-
ride going on
Is that
there
the one with
that
the
I
cars?
swear, like you go in there's two rides. One is like you're in like a rocket ship that's going to the moon or something, and it does G-force. I swear to God, I thought I was going to throw up. That
Oh,
was,
I did that, Kevin.
Oh, John, it was. I
yes.
almost threw. I swear to God, I got out of that and I was nauseous.
Yep.
Was that
Yep.
at Epcot?
Yeah. Second thing is they have some roller coaster in there that was pretty rough too. I'm just not good in
Nice.
the dark with rough things going back and forth. All right.
Charlie jumped out of an airplane?
Charlie did not tell me he was going to jump out of an airplane, and
Yeah,
then
that's the
sent
kind of
me
thing
a
you don't tell
video.
Dad.
Yeah, and then
My
he was like,
personal injury lawyer, Dad, I don't tell that to him.
I've always told the kids anything
You've
you have
probably
to sign
read a
off on
couple
a
things
life
about-
insurance policy and check off. Like, are you about to go deep sea diving? Are you going to jump out of an airplane? If you have, it's
They're
on your
supposed
life
to-
insurance
they're
policy.
supposed to
don't
call
do
you?
it. They're supposed to call, or at least they're not supposed to do it.
He's
is
like, so
great.
Charlie knew he was fucking
Yeah,
violating
he's
family rules.
Mr. Big, Mr. Tough here.
And he
He's
documented
all
the whole
excited.
thing.
Yeah, and he sent this video to me. Hey, look what I just did.
Yeah, this is the part right here. Now watch him, John.
He's
He
like,
looks like
"Oh,
he is about to crap
shit."
his pants.
He might have.
He looks so calm, and now he looks like I am gonna barf on myself. He looks. This is where he knows he fucked up.
Like, oh my God, my dad's gonna kill
right
me.
there.
Yeah,
My dad's gonna kill me.
he looks like he's not having fun now.
I have a feeling he wasn't thinking about you whatsoever during this point.
Probably not. Just trying to get to the bottom.
He was just
Yeah,
like
right.
ground.
He's like,
coming.
don't throw up, don't throw
And
up.
Yes.
have
Don't
you
throw
ever
up.
done this, Tom?
No.
No. John?
No.
No.
My
Kidding
mom's
me.
done it twice.
Oh,
Really?
No.
Yeah, I don't know why. That seems so scary.
So good for Charlie. He
Dude,
jumped out
that
of a
is,
plane.
he's
Didn't tell me.
way the
Fuck yeah,
fuck
dude.
up
I
there,
was like,
dude. Those
holy
are freaking
shit.
clouds he's going through. Holy shit.
I could not believe when he did this. He sent it to me. He's like, because he leaves. He goes, hey, I'm just going
Dude, he's
downtown
going
for a
through a
little bit.
cloud. That is so cool.
I'm just going to Chicago for a little bit with some friends. That's what he tells me. And then he
Where
sends me
was
this
that? Is it
video.
in, like-
Sky something
Look
Chicago.
at him. He is so happy right now. Once that chute opens,
Oh, yeah.
Look how happy.
Yeah.
No, he's
Hey,
like-
this
He's
is
right in that
easy.
adrenaline.
he's like,
high.
Yeah.
wow, how cool. Good
Would
job,
you guys
Tyler.
do this? Tom?
I know.
No.
I'm a no.
LOCPOD? If we do it from LOCPOD, I'll do it.
If we do it
Wait,
for lockdown,
that would
I'll
be
do
the
it too.
epic-
Are
I
you
would-
serious?
Definitely.
That would be awesome.
I would
Okay.
definitely do it.
If
Steve?
we have to all get
Yes.
get
Oh,
to
no.
it.
I'm definitely
no,
not
no,
doing it.
No.
Okay, then I guess I'm not doing it.
I'll
Risk
do it.
reward.
I'll do it for LOCPOD. If
It's
LOCPOD
all John's
pays.
fault.
It's up to Tom, Jill, and Lindsay to say yes or no. I'm a no. John's
I'm a no.
I only say yes
We'll be in the
if
bottom.
everybody
Oh,
says
so you mean
yes.
you have to go if we all go?
No. I'm saying it's
Well, I will be
optional.
documenting from the ground.
I'll be with John.
Okay.
as
That's
assisting
not where the
him.
good
I'll do
shots
it.
are, John. Come on.
I'll do it.
That's true.
I'll do it.
Holy cow.
We're
What kind
not
of
gonna do it.
cinematographer are you?
All right,
Gotta
let's
be
catch up
there.
with Lindsay now.
Linz.
Hi guys.
What's up? What'd you do on break?
I
Since
didn't
you were
do
last on the
much.
show, which is like early season 12.
Yeah. I graduated. I passed the NCLEX first try because I'm.
What's you
a
passed the
boss.
NCLEX?
Yes.
What does that
that's-
stand for? Nursing CLEX?
Yep. That's
Nursing
what it
CLEX.
stands for.
Uh-huh.
Nice picture.
I don't know. I graduate and I passed my boards first try, which I didn't realize was a very difficult thing to do.
That
Was
is
it?
awesome, Linz.
You know,
Yeah.
she didn't tell us when she took it. She
I
just took
refuse to
it.
tell anybody when
I thought that was
taking
sort of
it.
fucked up. I'll be honest with you.
Why? I don't want you to make me nervous, Dad. You
I
are
know,
like-
I just would
you
like
are
a
the
little
king
friendly
of like,
heads
are you
up.
prepared?
No,
Have you been studying?
No, I'm
what
not.
are you doing?
No, I'm not.
Yes, you
no,
are.
I'm not. But yeah, so like, I was seeing all these other
Dad
people.
kept saying like, "Oh, my friends keep asking when you're going to take the NCLEX," and I'm like, "There's no freaking way."
They
Not
were
a
asking.
single one of your
Kevin
friends
was
is
asking
I
every
was
day.
wondering.
Okay, yeah, sure.
John would ask me all the time. Kevin
That made
would
me
ask
nervous
me.
enough. So
Yeah.
But and then like I would see people she went to school with because I knew a couple of the girls that graduated. They were like,
Posting?
"Hey, I got my nursing pin today," so I knew it was getting close.
I got my pin.
and I was like, "Damn, I wonder if she failed," because she probably wouldn't tell me that
No
either,
way.
right?
She
But
wouldn't do
then she
that.
called up one day. She's like, "I'm legit."
That's awesome,
I'm
Linz.
legit.
Congratulations.
They
Congrats.
trained me on day shift, and then but I was originally hired for night shift because that's usually where they're hiring the new grads.
So-
And so I'm on a permanent nocturnal basis right now.
That's why you couldn't do the show because you were training, right?
Well, I was training during the day, so that means I'm working from 6:30 to 3 or sometimes 7 p.m. And so there was no way I could make it. That's why I wasn't here for most of last season.
So, Linz, let me ask you a quick question. So, what's the difference between like getting your RN versus like passing the NCLEX? Or
Your
is it-
RN is the NCLEX.
Oh, okay. So you get that, and then you're an RN.
When I graduated, I was a BSN.
Gotcha.
And then you pass your boards and you become an RN. So now I'm a BSN RN.
So-
I've got lots of number or letters
Dude.
after my name.
So the NCLEX is like a acronym for, or NCLEX is the
I'm
boards.
sure it stands for like National Committee of Nursing or something like that. But it's NCLEX is just the test that the board, the qualifying test that you have to take.
Congratulations.
Thank you. The nursing board in all the states don't recognize your license until you pass the NCLEX. And
So
that's
you
a
could
national
like
test.
you could go anywhere in the country now and be a
Correct.
nurse.
Well,
That
I
is
would
awesome.
still, I could get a job anywhere, but I would have to like apply for a license state by state,
and everybody's hiring nurses.
and it's through endorsement. So that means that I did mine. I got my license in Indiana by exam, and I passed the exam, so I got my license. And now I can be endorsed to get my license in other states. It's super easy.
Wow.
nice.
As long as I pass in one state, I can pass. Like they basically are like, okay, yeah,
Like
here's your license.
reciprocity
That's
type
awesome,
thing.
babe.
But
Good
they'll
job,
also
Linz.
look into like disciplinary action. But I don't have any.
Bachelorette party. I know you did that.
I'm standing at Chase's wedding.
Yay.
So yeah,
That's exciting.
we went to Michigan bachelorette party. That's me with my Polaroid.
Yay.
That is a large
Why is
group
your
of
face
women.
covered?
I know.
It's our goofy picture, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, but you can't see your face
That's
Why-
fine
Why can't we see your face?
because I was
'cause
taking
she's
a picture.
goofy
I'm goofy.
like that.
Gotcha.
And then Creed concert.
Yeah, I'm very proud to say that I got to see Creed when they came through Chicago.
Which venue is this?
This is Tinley Park. So it's funny because this show got rain delayed for 2 hours. So all the like drunk white guys that were there that were like, "I freaking love Creed," they got absolutely hammered, and there was some mud wrestling happening behind me.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like a massive torrential downpour. It was crazy. But yeah, they sounded great. That sounds great, right?
Awesome. Good.
Bunch of 50-year-old dudes just rocking out.
Good job on audio.
That's an iPhone.
I'm glad that all of us go to concerts and get clips for the show. I think that's really cool. They were good, Linz?
They were great. I didn't realize that I knew so many Creed songs. I went mostly because of the notoriety, the fact that people were like,
well, that's Brian.
Creed.
That's Brian's
yeah, Brian
influence,
is
obviously.
he's a big
rocker.
rock
Brian's
fan.
a
I'm
rocker.
a rock fan too, but I never really got into Creed.
But Brian's older than you, so like he listens to music like I do.
Yeah, but he's younger than you. So.
No, I know, but we listen to a lot of the same music. Like his favorite band is Alice in Chains, right?
Yes, that's his number one favorite band of all time.
Chains. I love Alice in Chains. They're outstanding.
No wonder you love your brother-in-law or your son-in-law.
He's a good kid.
Yeah, he's got good taste.
He's a very good kid.
But
he
yeah,
takes good
we
care
saw
of
a couple
my
other
baby.
bands, but Creed is the crown jewel.
Let's talk to the birthday boy. What'd you do, man?
I went and saw Morrissey. Speaking of concerts,
Really?
Yeah, out in Vegas.
No shit. Which venue?
I love this.
House of Blues at Mandalay.
No shit.
It was awesome.
I've never been there.
Yeah.
And who was your guest for the trip?
I took my mom. She didn't come to the show, but I took my mom to Vegas. She
Really?
never- she
Oh,
never
nice.
How come you
been.
didn't take Amy?
So cute.
Yeah, Amy was
I
out of
love
town
that.
on another trip.
Yeah.
She was in Salem.
Was it
Yeah.
your mom's first trip ever to
Massachusetts?
Vegas?
Yes.
Sick.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was my mom's first time.
How cool.
And
Where'd you stay?
We stayed at Luxor because that's who was giving me a free room,
Okay.
and it was. She had a great
stayed there.
time.
I've
man.
never stayed at Luxor.
That's
I
great.
like Luxor. Yeah, it's middle
Other
of the
rooms?
road.
Are the
That's
rooms like-
the pyramid?
Like pyramid? Yeah. Pyramid shape?
Yes.
So your room has got
It's
like
one of the
funny
walls
wall?
is at an angle.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure Steve, my law partner, Steve Searcy, got married at Luxor.
Oh, yeah? You know what
Really?
the worst
I
room
think
is
so.
in that whole place?
The top.
The fucking top. Dude.
Really?
You're limited on all sides. Yeah, it's like a pyramid apex.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
the top is a light. I think he's just bullshitting us.
And it's lit all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the worst room in the whole place. It's commonly known.
There's a spotlight. That
What a
shoots up.
view, though.
Yeah. Yeah. 360.
Right.
Yeah. It's like a lighthouse. So let me hear Morrissey. You got any clips?
Yeah, I do. Let me play you this one here. This is if you
Where
know the
was this?
Smiths, you will know this song. This is at House of Blues
Okay.
at Mandalay Bay.
So good, John. Sounds so good, dude.
Oh, it was amazing.
Sounds so good.
His
and that-
voice hasn't changed since like
Yeah,
the 70s.
yeah,
John, you like English rockers, huh?
yeah. I think
You
tend
got like
to. Yeah.
Is it the accent?
I don't know what it is.
You
I
do?
don't know.
You
UK
huge
pop
Beatles
man.
fan? You Oasis? Morrissey?
Oasis,
What's up?
yeah, I don't know.
If I had an
That's
accent,
just
you'd probably
three
be digging on me, huh?
bands.
You'd be like, that Tom McDermott's my favorite politician. I don't know what it is about him. And I'm like, good day, mate. You know? Good day, Hammond. John's like, there's something about him I really like.
But that was
That's an Australian accent, right, Kevin?
Is that Celine Dion
It's
on the
pretty
screen
good,
in
though.
the background?
It's of the British
no, I don't
Commonwealth
know what that is.
somewhere.
Good day, mate.
It's like, okay, down under.
A dingo ate your baby.
That was really good, though, John. Really, and by the way, you inspired me to kind of revisit the Smiths. So I've been listening to Queen is Dead over and over.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been listening to that album.
He's
a lot.
one of my favorites,
Yeah.
man. He is. And I got such a great. That was general admission.
Wow.
So I got there early. I was in line for like
And you
2
were just
hours
solo there, huh?
solo, and there was
I
like
kind of like doing that at concerts in general admission because you don't have to worry about like staying close to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because big group in GA.
And
I don't mind
those
concerts by
crowds
myself.
will bump you around, and like before you know it, you're separated from your group.
Dude,
but
concert by yourself's not bad at all.
No,
why would I want to be with anyone from Morrissey? You know, it's these like
That's a great picture.
self-deprecating.
I was gonna say he's like himself a lot too.
He's great.
Like Johnny
It's a
Marr
good
won't even go
concert.
back and tour with him.
Fuck
you know?
Johnny Marr.
It's like a good concert to commit suicide to after. It's like,
So good
it's like
though.
we had a
Yeah.
rash of shootings after. Hey, by the way, congratulations, John Vesmar.
On.
Your favorite band in the entire universe
Oh.
is
Oh.
reuniting.
Oh.
Oasis.
I give it 5 shows before it all falls apart.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right? That's why everybody wants to go to the first fucking show, right?
Yeah.
Although
'Cause after that,
Brian
they're gonna
made
break up.
Brian made a really good point when we were talking about it, and he was like, they probably both agreed to it because they're both getting an exorbitant
Dude.
amount of money, and there's
Yeah, but they-
probably
yeah.
a stipulation that they have to finish it to get like the full amount. So they're probably going to finish.
They're
the
going to
tour,
get hundreds of millions of dollars.
but a bajillion and $2. For
Like, why
sure.
wouldn't you do
But
this?
you would have see the interesting thing. I don't know, John. You need to answer this because you're the super fan here. But like they've been asking him to get together for the last 19 years,
Right.
and they haven't done it. So what gives?
Money.
I am starting to think it's money.
Yeah.
And it's kind of harsh in my vibe on this, honestly.
Oh, it's going to be great, John.
How much are we talking ticket prices?
Depends.
Face value?
Yeah, face value is
What,
like
250, I bet.
150 to
Okay.
200 pounds.
Yeah.
Pounds, yeah.
Pounds, yeah. $250.
That's not
Which is
too
the
bad.
going rate for a good show, by the way.
So
And
John,
then the secondary, it'll be like,
well, there's no
Yeah.
supposedly
Right.
no secondary market.
Yeah.
what do you mean?
So
'Cause it's
Oasis
Europe?
No, Oasis has like a strict resale policy. They announced like you can only.
So hold it. If
resell
you don't
them
get a
at
ticket, you
face.
can't go?
No, if you have a ticket that you want to sell on the like StubHub, you cannot do that. They'll cancel the ticket.
Supposedly, I don't know how
Allegedly.
they're going to do this.
I don't know either, but
So they've said you can only resell it on something called Twickets, which is
Okay.
like a face value resale site.
I hope that works. I doubt
Yeah.
it will. I doubt it will, but I hope it does because
agree
I
it's gonna
pay
be hard to-
stupid prices for tickets.
Yeah.
well, interesting. We were talking about this. Like, if you get rid of the resale market, the question is then if only people are buying them that know that you can't resell them over face value, will other tickets become available?
Right.
Because this is just like, oh
Right.
well, I'm holding
Screw
them, man.
that,
I'm
right.
going to the show.
Interesting.
So I don't know. It's
I have,
crazy.
I have a gift for you guys, by the way, and it's not freaking donuts. It's a huge announcement,
Okay,
actually.
wow, way to shit on my gift.
No, it's better
Yeah,
than
way to
donuts.
gloss over Oasis reuniting.
I'm sorry. I'll stop.
You got tickets to Oasis?
Nope.
I
No, but I
tried.
think we should.
I could, John, throw that screenshot up where my number in line was. John and I were on
Yeah.
the phone with each other. I think John was like at 100,000. I was
Did you get
61,000.
tickets, John?
No,
But,
And
oh,
then-
Tom, it was
We'll
a
get 'em.
disaster. This is what I want to talk about.
we'll get them.
There's a fallout over this. Like
Yeah, I read something about it. What was it?
yeah. The Ticketmaster did this dynamic pricing, quote
Uh-huh.
unquote. So tickets were announced to be like $150, let's say.
Right.
So you finally get through this queue, and Ticketmaster says, "Oh, this ticket you want seems to be in demand. The price is now
Yeah.
£350."
Okay.
Insane.
Okay.
Like
Pay it.
unbelievable. Well,
Okay.
I never got through the queue.
Gotcha.
I got stuck on
Kevin
all 3
did.
sites.
No, actually, crazy enough, Aiden got the pre-sale
Kevin's
code.
family got all the
Aiden
tickets.
Aiden got the pre-sale code. He got 4 the day before, and then Ethan, for some reason, John, myself, and Ethan were all communicating at like 3 a.m. when these went on sale, and he got right in. Like I had 62,000. He was like, "Dad, I just got 3 tickets." I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
Why did you
so-
only buy 3?
That's all. He tried to put in 4. He wouldn't. 4 was the max.
Uh-huh.
He tried to get 4 a couple times. He said I couldn't get it. I put in 3. I got right through.
So what do you guys have, 7 now?
7.
And how many of you are going?
Good question.
Okay.
That's for
We got to
LOCPOD, right?
figure this
yes.
out.
Let's
No,
figure it
but
out.
no, I think we should put Steve on that job once
Yeah.
he's back.
Well, they're supposed to be coming to America too.
Right, next summer.
So,
Right.
like Soldier Field.
So, like, I would
America.
like to think that one of the benefits of LOCPOD is we get to go to shows every once in a while. I know, I think that should be our goal is to go to Oasis.
Well, and we talked
next
about
summer.
Oasis a lot with John on the show. So
yeah, we would
next summer.
cover this.
Next
This
summer.
would cover it.
That's our goal, Steve,
All
is
right.
to go to Oasis. By the way, I have a gift for you guys.
And?
off to Cardiff.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go to ads after this, but I want you guys to know what the gift is.
Is this
It's for
big?
LOCPOD? Yes, it's freaking huge.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
I should have announced at the beginning of the show.
Probably
We had a bigger
2
audience.
boxes of donuts.
Is this going to be like a season 13 thing?
It's gonna be a season 13 thing. It's gonna be the theme of our season.
What?
I'm not even setting the theme. I'm just telling you, it's just gonna
Is
become
it
the
bigger
theme.
than Mayor Tiff?
Yes,
Oh boy.
this is bigger than anything we've done.
Is it
I
bigger
can't-
than Oasis?
Yes,
Oh,
It's bigger
Okay,
than
I'll be
Oasis.
the judge of that.
yeah. I was going to say, hold on a minute.
it's bigger than Oasis.
Mm-hmm.
It's big. It's the biggest. It's one of the best gifts I've ever given.
You're giving it this to us?
You're so humble.
We have access. I don't know how much power you guys think we have.
LOCPOD?
LOCPOD.
LOCPOD's got some pull.
We got fans in
All
low
right.
places. We have fans
In high places and low places.
We have fans.
Mostly
And
low.
we have
Fans
access.
in
Like we have access because
places.
we're a legit show, so we get things that some of these other shows don't get access to.
All
'cause
right,
we're
get
not-
with it. What is it?
I should do like a drum roll.
Yes, or
sound
like a
effect.
breaking news or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
How
let's
about
do
the banjos?
Oh, banjo.
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 Yes.
Okay.
It's usually like
It's a
for
big
the-
announcement. All right.
This is like Tom on the road.
That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're going somewhere?
We're going to
Oh.
somewhere.
Oh, all right.
That was good. On the fly.
Where are we going?
We're going. I got 5 tickets to see Taylor Swift in November.
No
What?
freaking way.
LOCPOD? Wait,
LOCPOD is going to see Taylor Swift on the Friday show
Hell-
in Indianapolis.
no.
What?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I am excited.
Good
My friends
seats.
are going to be so jealous.
Good seats.
Notwithstanding.
Good seats. And, so
Yeah,
it's
I
the
hate
4 of
Taylor
us.
Swift. I
Obviously,
love her.
Jill as well. All 5 of us are going to see Taylor Swift.
Oh, this is
at the
big.
Friday show in Indianapolis.
This is going to
Let's
be a
go.
season
Wait,
13 thing.
This Friday?
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
This is not bullshit.
Which
No.
Friday?
Friday, it's like November 2nd or
Do you know
something
how
like
many
that.
Oh, okay.
people are going to be?
Lindsay,
just,
you cannot
like-
work that night.
I will make sure I have it off.
Can you believe that? By the way, like we got a good deal on these tickets too, and like
Unbelievable.
they're really good seats.
So November, we are going to be in Indy for Taylor
I
Swift.
didn't even know she
I've
was
been watching
coming
Taylor Swift for
back.
like the last 2 months, like
is very
hardcore, because I'm
exciting.
trying to like learn all of her era songs now, so that
We've got to do a vlog, right, John?
We're gonna,
Oh, yes. You kidding me?
This is going to be
We're
unbelievable.
going to interview Swifties.
Oh.
we need friendship bracelets. We need all
Yes.
that
Oh,
stuff.
hell
Yeah.
yeah.
So if any LOCPODers out there want us to, wear anything
You know
specific
what?
to the Swift
next
concert,
show, I'm going to
let
bring
us
in my
know.
little bead bracelet making kit, and I'll just keep
Awesome.
making them.
keep going.
Okay, let me ask you guys a question real quick.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that bigger than the fucking donuts? I mean,
The donuts.
Is it bigger than
I don't
donuts?
know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like
is it bigger
to-
than Oasis?
Hey, you
I'm-
cannot compare.
I have to
I
say
love the
no,
donuts,
but-
babe. I love the donuts.
I cannot
but
afford
like, we're
Taylor
talking,
Swift tickets.
we're talking the
okay?
Queen,
It's
right?
about intention, right?
These tickets are going for $4,000 each, and we got 5 of them because we're LOCPOD.
Wow.
5.
Press pass.
Nice.
We have to cover this, obviously.
This
This
is
is a whole
gonna be
episode.
great.
Yeah.
There's no other shows.
We're going to talk about it.
How
the
many
whole
other shows
season.
are going to see freaking Queen?
None that I
Oh,
know.
they're going to see the Queen.
None that I know
the
around
Queen
here.
of Pop.
Argue that.
No, Britney Spears is the queen of
This
pop.
is
but-
big.
Get the
Thank
fuck
you.
out of here.
Thank you.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is the Queen.
No, I mean, we come up with a different title, but
Okay.
Britney is the queen.
I'm psyched,
Thank
by the
you.
Well,
way.
and Beyonce
So-
is
Covered
also
Britney.
Queen Bee.
Listen, guys, I'm just really happy that we're all going together, and it's gonna be a lot of
It's
fun.
gonna be weird going with a bunch of older men.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be weird.
What?
I agree.
For
Including
me.
your dad.
For me.
Well, at least I know the damn
Not
words.
older.
That's gonna
I
make
know
it
the song.
weirder.
I'm going to have to get into Taylor Swift pretty quick.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Swift song, Tom?
Reputation. I liked Reputation.
The Reputation era. That's the only good era that I like too.
Are you ready for it? Dun, dun,
Look at
dun.
you,
Yeah.
Swifty.
Dude, that's the bad. Because you know why? Because during Reputation, she acts like a bitch, and
Yeah,
she's
that was
a
her
badass.
rocker era.
She
I
is
was like,
fucking
okay,
awesome.
girl.
And that Reputation, she is smoking,
She's got
smoking hot.
Bad
Like
blood.
she's
Wait.
like a.
Oh,
She
bad
acts
blood.
like a bitch.
What
And,
date?
November
I
1.
think it's like November.
The first night.
the first night in Indy.
Wow, that's going to be biblical.
And it's
Yeah.
a Friday. It's a day that we're on. We're
Yeah,
on that
we're
day.
on that day, and then
Perfect.
we're going to
And
be
then
going to
we
the
could
show
all,
that night.
Maybe we could all just shuttle together.
Yeah. So
This is the hot Swift you're talking about.
Yeah.
That was her
Reputation
angry,
Swift.
uh,
Whoa.
she comes out in a snakeskin suit during that, and
Okay,
yeah.
Dad, chill.
Don't ruin it for us.
No.
Oh,
dude.
this one right here.
Yes, that's the one. She is
All
smoke
right.
show, man. Like, I can't wait for this show.
Yeah, Reputation era is pretty good. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's the
She's
the
badass.
concert covers like all of her albums.
Eras.
Yeah.
Yeah,
eras, quote,
all
unquote.
7.
Mhm.
I think it's 7. But
I
if
don't
I
know.
don't, if it's not, I'll learn it.
I'm a bad woman, and I haven't really gotten into Taylor Swift.
Well, you got a
but
couple
I-
months.
You got a
I
couple months.
acknowledge
All
her,
season.
Just
her
start with eras.
contributions to music.
Like they have like a playlist of the Eras songs. I downloaded it. So like,
Whoa, whoa.
Hold on. Why is that
How did
playing?
that
Hold on,
happen?
hold on. Okay.
What just
is that a
happened?
Taylor Swift song?
That
I
chat did not
Vance-
hear that. By the
JD
way.
Vance sings. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
We
That's
were
at the
on
end of the
mute
show.
on that,
We have
yeah.
it. So hey, let's go ahead and do some ads.
We better. We've been going for like 45 minutes.
It's our first show back, man.
That's right. There's a lot to talk about.
And again, it's John Vesmar's
Should we
birthday.
just do it
And
all
we have
in one
donuts.
go?
Yeah, we're doing them all in one go, and then
Okay.
we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about DNC, and then we're gonna call it a show. But this is a bonus show for you. So let's start again. Powering Indiana Lake County has been our premier studio sponsor from the get-go. Powering Indiana Lake County is your source for the region's most trusted electricians. Are you thinking of finishing your basement, installing outdoor security cameras, or does your business have plans to break ground on a new project? If so, don't leave important projects in the wrong hands. With IBEW Local 697 electricians, you're choosing the highest level of safety and reliability. Visit poweringindiana.org today to ensure your project's in the hands of skilled professionals who deliver on time and on budget. Find your electrical contractor at poweringindiana.org.
The branding room floor. Don't let your business get lost in the shuffle of generic branding and aimless marketing. Trust Northwest Indiana's award-winning full-service marketing agency, The Branding Room Floor. Providing data-driven results to help your business grow in a crowded market is their specialty. From website development and digital advertising to graphic design and branding, The Branding Room Floor will set your business or organization on a clear path to strategic success. Don't wait another day to get started. Visit thebrandingroomfloor.com today.
Prestomer Insurance Agency. For decades, the Ron J. Prestomer Insurance Agency has been located for decades right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all of your insurance needs. The Prestomer Agency specializes in a wide range of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and much more. The Prestomer Agency serves thousands of people and businesses throughout the Chicagoland and Midwest. Call Ron or his son Ronnie today at 219-844-0103. That's 219-844-0103. They're here to protect what matters most to you.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard in Mexican cuisine across the Midwest. Look for Tortillas Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia, de todo corazón.
Kuklakis Law. Are you facing legal challenges and don't know where to turn? Look no further than Kuklakis Law, your trusted source for legal advice in Indiana and Illinois. You need help buying or selling real estate? Call Kuklakis Law. Forming a new business? Call Kuklakis Law. Injured in a car crash or at work? Call Kuklakis Law. No matter what your legal issue, call 219-671-6347 to schedule your free consultation. Who are you going to call? Kuklakis Law. Hablamos Español.
Rogers Roofing. When you want what the best for your home and family, trust the best in the business, Rogers Roofing. Rogers Roofing has transformed homes in Northwest Indiana and the Chicagoland for more than 55 years, providing quality roofing, siding, gutters, and windows, all backed by the best warranties in the industry. To learn more and to schedule your free consultation, visit rogersroofing.com or call 219-933-9145 today. That's rogersroofing.com or 219-933-9145. And remember, at Rogers Roofing, excellence is expected every time.
MCR Partners is your one-stop destination for top-notch expertise in economic development, finance, and planning. With a dedicated team geared up to tackle your projects head-on, they are your go-to comprehensive solution providers. Dive into the world of economic development with MCR Partners and let them guide you through the maze of opportunities. For more information, check out their website at mcrpartnersllc.com for tailored assistance. Don't hesitate to reach out to Matt Reardon at 219-741-9511.
Misprint Printing. Elevate your brand with Misprint, the premier printing and sign solution in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. With a 30-year legacy of excellence, their experienced team led by Rick Baltonsberger combines innovation and technology to deliver top quality signs and printing and metal business cards, always on time and within budget. Conveniently located in Munster and Hammond, Misprint is your partner for creating impactful visual solutions. Visit them at misprintusa.com to bring your vision to life today.
Frankie V's. No need to dress up. It's a casual place and bring the whole family. We have plenty of space, a hidden gem in Hammond, and you don't have to drive far. Delicious food and great service, and yes, a full bar. Try our homemade pizza chips, Italian beef, sausage, marinara, and more. We have delicious pizza, pasta, and Italian foods galore. Don't go where they don't remember you. It's just not the same. Come to Frankie V's where everyone really knows your name. Visit us today at frankiev's.com. That's thefrankiev's.com for daily specials, full menu, and hours.
Thank you, Frankie V's. Our new sponsor, Martina and Smitty. Appreciate you guys. Cantrell and Cantrell, attorneys at law. Are you injured? Are you in trouble with the law? If so, give Cantrell and Cantrell a call and schedule your consultation with somebody who's in the court and at the jail every day. Call John Cantrell at 219-554-4LAW or visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com John and his wife, Kristen, make a great team and are waiting to hear from you.
Calumet Brewing. Michelob Ultra is a superior light beer brewed for those who understand that it's only worth it if you enjoy it. Containing only 95 calories and 2.6 carbs, Michelob Ultra is a light lager brewed with the perfect balance of hops and wholesome grains, producing a crisp, refreshing finish. With Michelob Ultra, there's no better time to crack open a cold one. Head over to the Cal Brew or Michelob Ultra social media for info on this great family of beers and enjoy the Michelob Ultra lifestyle with beers and cheers responsibly. Thank you to our sponsors, including our studio sponsor, Power in Indiana.
We did them all at once. So
Whoa.
the rest of the show is all entertainment. So thanks for sticking with us. Thanks to our sponsors. Let's talk about the DNC. We have Insider's Guide to the DNC because Kevin and I are both there all 5 days, which is nice.
Pretty amazing.
It was really cool. But like when we left season 12, we had Joe Biden was still the nominee for the Democratic Party. We had RFK was a semi-legitimate independent candidate, pulling around 10%. It's less than 10% maybe, but still.
And theoretically pulling Biden voters.
Oh, I was a Biden voter.
Yeah.
That was thinking about voting for RFK, for sure. I was very disenchanted. Dude, I was on the air, John. I mean, I was in my head thinking the DNC clearly doesn't give a shit about the presidential race. It's like we're running the weakest person I could imagine against Donald Trump, and he's going to mop the floor with Joe Biden. And then, Sunday, July 21st, President Joe Biden, as there was a lot of rumors that it was going to happen, stepped down, and immediately I was a Joe Biden nominee to the Democratic National Convention. I was not thrilled about it, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh. Now it's going to be cool. We're going to have to vote for Kamala, or is somebody else going to run?
Right.
And
we're going to be in the air for a couple days.
We're going to be deciding who's going to be the nominee for the Democratic Party. I was like, damn, I'm really happy. I'm a Pleo delegate now.
Yeah, kind of like a party leadership, right?
Yeah, I was appointed by State Chairman Mike Schmuel. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Appreciate you. And it was a great experience. But so right off the bat, Schmuel was getting his entire delegation in line. He was like, hey, we're with the vice president. And Mike, the chairman, appointed me as a delegate.
Sure.
So, of course, right off the bat, I'm put on the spot. Do you want to endorse Kamala? I'm like, Mike wants me to. The party wants me to. Even though I wasn't a huge Kamala fan at the time, I was like, dude, I'm a team player, man. Let's go. Right? We got a vice president. She's running for president. Let's do it.
And it seemed like it happened very quickly, almost within 48 hours.
It happened very quickly. There was no pressure either, by the way. It was just pure pressure more than anything. It was like everybody's going in with Kamala. And if you're going to be the stick in the mud, like, hey, technically I'd rather see,
a floor fight.
Right. So, and obviously she's the vice president. Obviously we're going to make history if she becomes president because she's going to be the first woman president. She's going to be the first woman president, African-American president, first woman Indian president, whatever. But still historical, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean, John? What I'm saying is
it was just funny how you said it.
But it's stupid that we even talk like that. But she is the first woman of color. It's going to be the president. It's historical.
That's the way to put it.
It's going to be the first woman.
Yeah.
First woman president, first woman of color president. Right. It's very historical what we're trying to do here, and I'm very proud to be part of it.
Yeah, I think the one thing I want to at least step back a little bit is because I know that there were a couple episodes last season where I was like, yeah, and if it's got to be Kamala, I don't know, and I think that just goes back to me. Not really giving her a good enough shot after 2020, because in 2020 I was kind of like, I was all in for Biden at the time. I thought he was the one who could beat Trump, and I just really wasn't a big Kamala fan back then. But I'll tell you, I made sure I looked more into her. I have totally come around on looking at her as a great candidate and being tough.
Nobody's researching season 12.
I know, but
they're mining statements. Kevin said this.
Well, I just want to, as a Democrat and as a good Democrat, I want to say that I didn't give her enough time.
Listen, bud, I wasn't a huge fan of hers either before this went down. So, when I posted on August 1st, my vote as a DNC delegate for Kamala Harris, I posted it on Facebook.
I saw that. Was really cool.
Right here, I'm throwing it up.
Yeah,
so this is the post. As one of Indiana's Democratic Party national delegates, I'm extremely honored and proud to place my vote for Kamala Harris to be Democratic nominee for U.S. president. I can't wait for November 5th election day so I can vote for her again to become our next president. I posted that way before the DNC.
And that is the real ballot.
That's the real ballot. I posted that, and when I posted it, I felt like I was stepping out in front. I was like, I'm publicly declaring. And at that time, it was sort of like controversial a little bit. Not controversial, but just sort of like new.
Yeah, it was all new.
New.
For sure.
And
That's
it's like,
a good way
so
to
I
put
was
it.
really out early, and everybody's like, whoa, like, okay. Like, and I'm glad I did it. You know, and obviously I declared my support for her that night, and I'm proud to be back on the team. I was disgruntled when Joe was the nominee, no doubt about it. I was one of the guys that were like, dude, I can't vote for this guy.
I would say all of the millennials
I was very
and
nervous.
younger voters were also real angry about it too.
Agree, Linz.
And then they seem like they're pumped and they're energized.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
That was a good move.
But like, yeah, because Joe was not ready. Like, listen, we're all team players. I think America has a lot of team players, but at a certain point, you're like, if I keep on playing a team player, I'm hurting the country.
Yeah.
If we put Joe Biden for another 4 years, we're hurting the country.
Well, if we put Joe Biden up and he loses to Trump, you're hurting the country.
okay.
In my opinion.
Either way, we're hurting
Right.
the country.
And so
if he wins, you're hurting the country because he can't do the job. If he loses, we're hurting the country.
We missed an
'cause-
opportunity to beat Trump.
Right.
Right. So
I'm on the same page.
And I think, the one thing I would say about Joe, and actually President Clinton said this, and I thought it was a really good comment. It was, let's not forget Joe Biden did something that a lot of people won't do, and that's give up power when you have it.
Yeah,
and
true story.
And I thought that was a big deal. And I think Joe Biden's legacy, I think, is still intact. I hope it is. And I thought it was nice that they gave him kind of a big goodbye kind of thing or thank you thing on Monday.
I thought that was the worst night.
Yeah. Well,
I did. It was.
It wasn't as entertaining. That's
it
for
sucked.
sure.
I thought it sucked, and that would have been the DNC if Biden was the nominee. It would have sucked.
Interesting.
It would have sucked.
It was a
Monday
nice
night,
goodbye, I thought.
Well, Sunday night, so we all check into the Fairmont Hotel. Now, when you go to the DNC, the Indiana delegation, we have a picture of the delegation. It's probably like almost 100 people.
Yeah.
Right. And the Indiana delegation checked into the Fairmont, and we had to stay together until Thursday night.
Yeah,
Friday.
that's it.
Yeah, that's the delegation right there. It was great. So that whole delegation, we had daily meetings together. We had activities at night together. So all those people, and this happens every DNC, you get to know each other pretty well because you're together for a week.
And a lot of people you knew already just from being
yeah, we all a
an
lot of us
Indiana
know each other,
elected
right?
official for
over
so
the years,
long.
but there was a lot of new people in this group too, like a lot of young people, a lot of progressives that hadn't been part of the DNC before. So this was a interesting group because I consider myself more moderate, obviously. So we were mixed with a lot of progressives, and it was a very enjoyable group. We had a really good time. We had daily meetings at DNC, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We had 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock a.m. meetings that were mandatory.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think that's the
every
thing that
day.
people may not realize is so like the only you get your credential at that breakfast meeting and it starts at 7
If
a.m.
you miss
you're
it-
you're expected to be there on time.
If you miss it, you don't get your credential, and you don't go that night. So everybody has to be there, regardless. You could have been out till 2 a.m. Because it's DNC. There's stuff going. So like every night, they're like, "Hey, John Legend's playing at the Salt Shed tonight." And if you're a delegate like I was, you can go for free. You can go anywhere for free. Friggin' Pete Buttigieg is speaking over here. Friggin' Vice President is speaking over here. Like, it was just always stuff happening. And we would get rolling back from the United Center at midnight.
Yeah.
And there's stuff going till 2 or 3 in the morning.
Without a doubt.
And then you got to turn around and be awake at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock for the next day meeting. And if you miss that, you're fucked.
Yeah,
So-
really the only time you really have yourself is post-breakfast to like right after lunch, 9 to 12 usually, because there's usually afternoon events all around the city going on. Like I went to this lieutenant governor's thing with Joe Smith. That was going on one day. And there's always something going on. And then really, you got to get your act together and back and ready to either go get a bite to eat before or just get to the convention probably by 4:30.
Yeah.
And then you're on the road. And then you're gone and back to the hotel maybe like at midnight. So it's a and then you're
Long
up
week.
again for the breakfast at 7. So there's stuff going on.
Wait, were you guys at the Maggots hotel?
That was on Wednesday.
That happened on Wednesday.
Was that at your hotel?
Yeah. That was our
No
hotel.
way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
No, we did
way.
not. So our hotel, the Indiana delegation, was in the same as Ohio and Minnesota, if I remember correctly. Now, I woke up, went down for the meeting. I got there at like 8 o'clock and just started shoveling eggs onto my plate. And then I go in and I start eating, and everybody's like, "When did you get that meal?" And I'm already like a quarter of the way through my breakfast. And I'm like, "Why?" And they're like, "There were maggots in it." And I'm like, "What?" And then everybody's like, "No, we changed all that food out." Yeah, some protester snuck into our hotel, hit the buffet line, and put maggots in all of our food.
Oh.
And it was weird though because like nobody could ever figure like who they were or like
No, they snuck
what
in and out.
No, I'm just saying like what they stood for.
Right.
And
Right.
like they were confronted by like literally one of the like kind of like most smaller people in the delegation. They like ran.
Oh, they did.
Well, the one lady was
They
down
got out
there
of there, right?
early, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And then they like just took off, and like that was the end of it. It was like so
no
bizarre.
like sign, no.
But John,
Yeah, nothing, John.
the thing is,
Declarations.
honestly, it would have been easy to sneak into our hotel. It would have been easy because they had cops out in front of it, so that was an intimidating presence. But the cops had no idea who was a delegate and who
Right,
wasn't.
right.
There was hundreds of people staying there. So like,
5
if you
states.
just act like you knew what you were doing and walk right past the cop, they wouldn't know if you're a delegate or a protester. They would have no clue. And that's, I'm sure, what happened. They just walked in the hotel.
Yeah, and at that
acted
time
like,
of the morning,
yeah,
like
you
no
walk
one's-
in and act like you own the place,
Yeah.
right? You can't walk
Oh.
in wondering what's going on. You have to walk
Right.
in like you know where you're going. And if you do that, I mean, you know,
You're
so-
able to infest the food with, but kudos to the hotel. They got the food out in. We were able to have a good breakfast. And that was the morning that Pete Buttigieg spoke to us at breakfast, which
Yeah.
is cool.
How about this, Kevin? It
Mm-hmm.
seemed like they were jacked up on security too. Like one day we got in easy, and then so Monday we got in easy.
Yeah.
Tuesday, 2-hour wait to get in.
Yes. Crazy.
Monday, Jim Weezer took the bus in, 4-hour bus ride to get in.
Jeez.
Right? But like we got in like 15 minutes.
So that's Tuesday. That photo's Tuesday,
Dude,
John. Like
that was the longest ride.
it was a
the longest line.
2-hour line.
From the
Everybody
back to the
going
front.
through this small little gate. It was so
It was
jacked up.
stupid.
They changed the security between Monday and Tuesday, and this is what resulted. It was so
It was one little entrance for everybody going in that
for
gate. And
John
there's
for
thousands of people.
VIP, for delegates, for just guests. Everything went in the same gate.
Yeah.
And like we knew we were in the only line when we saw Hank from Breaking Bad walking to the back of the line.
No
It
way.
was fucked up, man.
2
It was-
hours.
It was stupid. We were like, dude, at the Festival of Lakes, we do better than these guys are doing. And how about this? We were leaving the United Center after the first night.
On Monday, yeah.
The massive crowd is leaving. So, and there's more people in the United Center than in any sporting event because everybody's on the floor. So picture 25, 30,000 people leaving the United Center, and they have one fucking door open to
On the
lead
Madison
everybody.
Avenue side.
One fucking
gate.
door. So there's this huge crowd of
Like a
people.
fire hazard.
Like you could have thrown open all the gates at that point.
That's
you don't
right.
need security.
And the
Right.
next
It's the
day they
end of the
did.
event.
The next day they
Right.
opened all the gates up. You
They
go out
had
right down
one
Madison
little
Avenue.
door, and we got through the little door. But like there was a massive humanity just piled up. It was so stupid.
It was
Like,
crazy.
it made you want to
So-
like. It was dumb.
But like it was crazy. Just some things that random things that happened. Like Tom ran into a guy from law school they hadn't
Yeah.
seen in 20 years in
Yeah,
line.
Mike Galliboy, crazy.
Yeah, right?
He
And-
was like yelling at me, and I was like, "Why is this guy yelling at me?" He was like looking right at me, yelling at me, and I'm like, "Who's this guy? Like, why is he yelling at me?" And I realized it was a good friend of mine from law school. We just like ran into each other. He was a delegate from Illinois, and he was from Chicago. But yeah, it was really nice.
That's a picture from Monday when the line was moving. That was a picture from Tuesday when Tom
Dude,
was
we
buying
were in
buttons
line
from this
forever,
dude.
2 hours in line, John. 2
Yeah.
hours of like barely moving.
The security, and then once you got in, there was no line. Like once you got through this little door, the metal detectors were fine. Just got right through.
What's the night they took my fucking vape?
Oh, Monday. That's that picture that you're smiling right before they took your vape in the.
Oh.
Yeah. Tom's like,
Assholes.
all right, we're almost in. Let's go.
You had a vape?
It was CBD.
Oh.
And then they took it. And Tom was like, what is this?
Let's just leave it at that. Yeah, they
And-
took
So
it.
you gotta,
It's
put,
a
you gotta put
fucking
it in your bra.
You're
Dad.
in freaking
not gonna
Chicago,
find it
for
there.
God's sakes. And they're like, you can't bring that in the United Center. I'm like, I've been in the United Center about 1,000 times with
With
this.
it.
Right, asshole. No.
This
so
was
they said you can go back to the end of the line and put it in your car. And I was like, oh, you fucking jag off.
So this was Monday night when Kamala surprised everybody. That was really cool.
Yeah, she came out Monday night. It was really cool.
That was a good part of Monday night.
That was really cool. She didn't give a speech. She just came out and like waved.
Little President Biden photo when he was on, and they had these "We Love Joe."
Dude, honestly, Kevin,
things.
that was the lowest energy night, right?
Yeah, it was. Although, except for when Kamala surprised, that was the big. That was
but
the big deal.
Joe, it would have been
Yeah.
the lamest DNC if Joe was. It
I
would
think
have been the lamest.
I think everybody there was thinking the same thing. Like, wow, this is where we would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for there was a lot of people there because it was Kamala. They weren't in that hall that night because of Joe. They were there because of Kamala.
Yeah.
I dare say 25% of that crowd probably is not there, replaced with
I think you're right.
yeah.
Yeah. So different crowd.
I
So.
dare say I may have been one of them if Biden was the nominee.
Tuesday
So,
was a great night. Obama's brought it. I
that
thought
was
they both
I
were
think
really
that
good.
was one of the best nights for sure.
They're
Yep.
both such great speakers.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And,
really good speakers.
Gosh, Michelle Obama.
I saw a tweet that said, imagine being their kids being lectured by them.
You don't have a chance.
Dude, when she said that Donald Trump might be running for one of those black jobs, and then they made.
That brought down
I
the
think I
house.
have it. Yeah, she said that, and then they made songs out of it, and then
Yeah.
they have like everybody it's.
Oh, like on
I'll play it
TikTok or
on.
something? Okay.
I'll play it one day on the way out of the show. But it's like got Michelle Obama. She's the lead singer in the whole thing. It's, who's gonna tell him that he might be running for one of those black jobs? And it's like a whole song made out of it.
That was one of the lines at the convention for sure.
It's awesome.
There's Pete at breakfast, our little delegation
That
breakfast.
was
That was
post
really
maggots.
cool.
Right.
Yes, post maggots. He had security there. That's like Tom's view from the floor.
Nice.
So that's like where Indiana is. You see the poles that you
Good
saw.
view.
On
That was one of the views I had. We had different views each night. That was
President Clinton on Wednesday. And by the way, Walls, I that's something we really didn't talk about because it didn't happen until I just think a real smart pick. We've talked about the fact that it's important to bring Midwestern Democrats back into the fold. I think Walls does that, and I think it was a really good pick. I mean,
the fact that me as a person who tries not to get so into politics knows who he was, I think makes it a good choice, because I remember him. They were doing they redesigned their flag last year.
Yeah,
in Minnesota,
that's right.
And I had a bunch of friends who were really excited to put in their submissions for it, and the one that won was like a duck, and I saw a speech of him talking about how great it was, and of course ducks are great. He just seems like a real down to earth, chill dude.
I agree. He's not like some rich East Coast elite guy.
No. Didn't he just he did an interview recently where he was like, "I'm the poorest VP
in the history of the
easily.
United States,
in the history of all time." Even going
he's
back
the poorest,
to
even poorer than Pence.
He has,
and Pence was not a rich guy either.
Him and his wife live off of a police pension.
And
Excuse me,
teacher's
a teacher's
pension,
pension. Yeah,
he's just a guy, and I
he's
love
great.
He's
that.
a dude.
Yeah.
He's a great, interesting guy. I think a real good pick. And then this was big Thursday, the
Thursday.
nomination
Well,
night,
that's
man.
you're on because my friends were sending me pictures of this when you were on TV. It's because you were on the Veterans Committee, right?
I got picked because I could have been that lens, but I got submitted by Mike Schmull, I believe. That's how I got on there. And so I get told Wednesday, hey, somebody's going to be calling you about tomorrow night. They want to bring you on stage to recognize you for being a veteran. And I'm like, no problem, Mike. That sounds great. And I didn't believe it. I was like, yeah, right. Shut the fuck up, right? I'm like, there's no way this is going to happen. And then, so Thursday, nothing happened. So I was like, I figured, right? And then Mike talks to me at the Thursday morning meeting. He's like, dude, they're trying to get a hold of you. I was like, Mike, I've been watching my email and my calls all night. They're not trying to get a hold of me.
So then Shmuel emails me or texts me. He's like, hey, remember we talked about last night trying to get Tom on stage? I said, yeah. He goes, are you getting emails? I said, let me check. I was getting them, and I had to loop Tom back in because they were like, hey, Mayor, we only have till 11 a.m.
Right. So anyway, I confirmed, and I bought a nice coat because I was going to be on national TV that night. So I went to Nordstrom's, got a really nice coat, and I'll be damned, man.
Nice.
I end up getting put on the stage. I went backstage for like an hour before we went on, and I met all the rock stars back there. I met Pink. I met Gretchen Whitmer. Oh my God.
You're like a fanboy,
for
dude. Yeah.
Gretchen.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
He's got Gretchen fever.
How about
that
this
photo?
It was almost a second kidnapping.
That's
funny.
I had Pink to my right and Gretchen Whitmer to my left.
And which way did you go?
I did not pay attention to Pink.
Dad took a picture
awesome.
with Gretchen.
2 pictures
That
and
is
a
great.
video. I was stalking her, and she was laughing at me because she knew I was.
I see Gabby
fanboy.
Gifford's husband. You were right near him.
Yeah, Mark Kelly, the
Mark
senator.
Kelly.
So he's not a very tall guy. I learned that because I'm like a foot taller than him. It seems like, right?
And
then I'm standing next to Tammy Duckworth, who's
Senator Illinois.
She's famous for being she got her legs blasted off in a helicopter accident in the military. She's a hero. But so is Mark Kelly, an astronaut. But somebody was messing with me. They're like, dude, you look like you're like 7 feet tall on that stage. I'm like, I was standing next to a lady in a wheelchair and a really small guy. It's like, I'm not that tall, I promise
Tom
you.
the giant. Look at him on
I did look
on
giant.
the big
look
screen.
At me. I look like I'm like Michael Jordan
Look at
in
you.
that picture.
You're on the United Center big
I know.
screen.
And they're looking
Representing the
good.
Navy, man.
That's
That's
awesome.
right. My
Only
Navy
big
buddies.
hulking dudes in the Navy.
Everybody in that picture is a big shot in the military except for me. I was E5. Dude.
Didn't you say that you actually met your hometown
Yes.
congressman there too?
For Napa, California. First guy I introduced myself to. I'm walking to the Michael Jordan statue. I see a dude just standing there looking like he doesn't know what's going on because that's where we're meeting. I go, you a veteran? He goes, yeah. I go, I am too. He goes, how'd you know I was a veteran? I'm like, I'm supposed to be standing here. He goes, well, I'm a congressman. I'm like, oh, I'm a mayor. And I go, where are your congressman? He goes, Northern California. I'm like, oh, I grew up in Northern California. Like, what part? He goes, Napa. I'm like, I went to Napa High School. And we were like, oh, my God.
Crazy.
He goes, what's our mascot? I go, the Indians. He goes, it's not that anymore. I'm like, I know. It was when I was there. They changed it.
That's
Political
really
correct
cool.
bullshit.
Yes.
Can't say Indian anymore.
Well,
because they're not in India.
What a
Right?
week. What a week.
It was a week.
That's
It was a
cool.
week. It was a summer. I missed you guys, but it was nice to get away for a couple.
Sorry,
And
it's-
JD Vance fucked a couch. I don't know if you guys realize that.
We're gonna have fun with JD Vance this season, I think.
He's gonna
This
be.
guy's a freaking weirdo.
He's gonna be. Well, by the way, this isn't just. This was in his book. Okay, in his book, Hillbillyology, he's
By
had
the
a
way, why did they choose a VP candidate who has a book that he wrote called Hillbilly Elegy?
Hillbillyology.
I mean,
he went to Yale. He's got a good story. He grew up poor, went to Yale, was a good lawyer, then got into politics, and he was a famous author, so it was easier to get elected because he's a famous author. And then Trump picks him, and Trump didn't vet him well enough because there's a whole page in there that talks about how J.D. Vance and his friends used to fuck their couches when they were kids. So obviously, if you're running for president and you admit it in your book, your best-selling book, that you fucked a couch,
Hey, it's public knowledge.
it's going to be exploited in a presidential race. And we're going to close out the show today with a great song by J.D. Vance. But I just wanted to say thank you guys for coming back.
season 13. We're here.
Episode 1. Good.
Couch
Thank you
Corners.
again, Kevin, for providing the great studios for our great podcast. It's great to see you again.
Yes.
And Smith Studio,
Good to be back.
Smith Sursick Studio.
No,
But-
it's Powering Indiana.
Power Indiana
Studio.
Studio. But in the Smith Sursick building, you got an actual sign on the side of the building.
Yes, we have a sign on the
Did you guys see
building now.
that when we
Nice.
parked?
Did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's new.
Lindsey?
Right underneath the what's the GI one that's on the 4th floor?
Yeah, there's a
GI
lot of
one.
doctors in here and
Dude,
us.
It's great because sometimes I leave here and I go a little
There's
rough.
You just go
place
upstairs.
here-
Yeah, I could just like
It's a
shoot
med
upstairs.
spa and a cosmetic gynecology office.
I don't
in
know.
One. And
Yes.
I'm like, all right, what's going
Let's
on
go.
in there?
Cosmetic gynecology.
Yes.
Lindsay, let us know what's up
What
there.
is that?
I'm assuming people who are insecure about how their nethers look.
Whoa.
Oh, yummy.
Whoa.
Okay. Hey, Linz.
They get it
Yeah.
redone a little
Great
bit?
to see you back. You're on Tuesdays for season 13, right?
Yeah, I'll be rolling in a little late sometimes when
birthday.
I'm working, but
No,
I'll be
no,
here.
you're gonna be on time for every show.
No, I'm
That's
not.
like a professional podcaster would.
Well,
so it's
I
great
can't
to see you,
leave
baby.
work early, so.
That's all right. Whatever.
Welcome back, Linz.
Good to see you,
Yeah,
babe.
bye.
Welcome
Glad to be
back.
Jay Vez, happy birthday.
Thank you.
These donuts
Thank
are
you,
yours.
guys.
Yeah, bro.
They were
Yeah, take
purchased
'em with you to work.
the hard-earned
Well.
LOCPOD funds.
Actually, it was my own personal money.
You're so
Oh,
sweet.
Get
Wow.
reimbursed.
Was
You
it
know,
really?
because Dad's like, pay for it, with the LOCPOD money. And I was like, he's not an employee. He's a guy. He's our friend. So
Oh, thank
Fuck
you,
I
Lindsay.
paid for it
Fuck
with my
that.
own my
Oh,
own
you're
money.
sweet.
see, that's sentimental. That's nice. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just for you, buddy.
Thank
All
you.
right.
I won't do
Thanks.
that for Dad.
And,
No, you.
Munster Donut. You could have the Long John idea for free. The JD Vance donut. That's a gift to you because
love
we want
that.
you guys. We want Munster's
love it.
Donut to sponsor us.
Without a doubt. And I want Monster
Season
Donut to go on forever.
and then we close out with JD Vance singing "I Fucked a Couch."
All
So
right.
I don't know if Munster Donut will, but anyway, we love you, Munster Donut, and we love all of our sponsors, and we love you guys, the listeners of LOCPOD. Thanks for sticking it out for all summer, not listening to us. We are back and better than ever. See you guys on Friday when we come back for season 13, episode 2. Take care, everybody. LOCPOD is out.
I fucked the couch. Fuck that couch good. You know what I'm talking about. Come on, baby, hey, let your stuff it out. I believe in love, yes I do. I fucked the couch. Let me split those seams, baby. My name is JD, baby. And I fucked the couch. Yes, I fucked the couch. We're all furniture people with so much to give. Understand me, sugar, ooh. Since we got to be here, let's live. I love the couch, yes I do. There's nothing wrong with me having sex with a couch. And giving yourself to me can never be wrong. It's so fucking true. Oh baby, your armrests feel like a lover's touch. Oh my sofa queen, I wanna fuck you so much.